Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're diving into another viewer requested video that taught us two very important lessons. Don't lie, and don't mess with a kid who knows how to turn your body blue. Yes, we're jumping into Big Fat Liar. Now I don't remember much about it, except Frankie Muniz and Amanda Bynes were in it, and this guy was blue. Oh my god! So as always, I'll be sharing my thoughts as the movie progresses. So kick back, relax, grab a blue raspberry slushie, subscribe, and let's do this. The day just started and we learned Jason is a pathological liar.
Jace, did you eat your oatmeal?
Yeah, thanks Mom, it was delicious.
About the tiniest of things too. And there's your bully. He tries to talk no jutsu his way out of it, but bullies don't use words. They use bullying. Come on, he was right there. Frick. Somehow he manages to sneak into class, but the teacher already narrows down on him to talk about his paper. So, and surprise, surprise, he didn't do it. And he goes on and on and on about why he couldn't. There's a saying, the longer the excuse, the bigger the lie.
You are lying through your teeth, you little demon.
Wow, I like her. She decides to take him up on his bluff and rings the number he gave to her. Again, he manages to put on a whole show to get away with his lie. Honestly, he could have just written the paper. He's clearly gifted.
I gotta get home and help take care of my daddy.
Oh, really?
Oh no. So they decide to give him 3 hours to write his paper. Otherwise, it's every kid's worst nightmare. Summer school. Dun dun dun! Make sure that was effects. Surprisingly, he came up with a story called, you guessed it, Big Fat Liar. And now we have to get the F to school because you can't just email it to them in this timeline.
Sir, I think we just hit a kid.
I'm on the phone.
Wow. Like I said, Jason is on a time crunch, so he manages to guilt trip them into carrying him to the teacher. My guy is going places. I'm not sure where, but definitely places. Marty is our big producer and he's in town for his latest movie. And well, yeah, nothing else important happens. Except that, and when he can finally tell the truth, nobody believes him. A tale as old as time.
Without the essay, summer school, or summer school.
I really like her. Wow, he's actually doing summer school? Sucks for you. I'm sorry. Later that day, him and Kaylee hit up the movies, only to see a whole trailer about the essay he wrote. That was some quick work they did though. Usually that would take like months.
Yeah, from my backpack, you loser! That guy stole my paper. You have to believe me.
I can't.
Are we surprised? My guy been lying the whole time. Can't feel sorry for him now. Frick. So his parents held for a few days for something I wasn't paying attention to be honest. But they need to be gone for the plot to progress. So.
Crack, kid.
Peace out, little G.
Wow. Easy white chocolate. Jason heads on over to Kaylee's to drag her to LA? Wow, I don't remember that happening. Oh, and Kaylee was tutoring Jason's bully the whole time. So they bribed him to be Kaylee while they're gone because her grandma is kinda blind, but kinda not.
You've grown so tall and you're so muscular.
I don't know why I enjoyed that so much. Skip over to LA and my boy BS's his way to get a whole limo driver. Like I said, places. After convincing this nice lady she parked on her dog, he gets into the office with Marty boy. And Jason just asks Marty to call his dad and tell him what the heck happened. Honestly, that sounds simple enough.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
Gonna give me a wedgie? Grow up, Shepherd. This is Hollywood, baby.
This sounds strangely familiar.
It's Hollywood, baby.
So while Marty calls for security, my boy sees an opening. So the fun begins. Kaylee doesn't like the idea of stealing or getting payback, which is completely reasonable. I actually don't know why she's friends with Jason, to be honest.
If you saw the way he looked at me, it was like I wasn't his kid anymore.
Kinda did that to yourself, my guy. Wow, and they just conveniently come across a room with all the coolest props in one place. And they'll be staying here for the next few days. Conveniently. At least Mr. Limo Driver knows the truth now. But I'm surprised he still showed up for them though.
Oh, and his name is Frank, by the way.
I'm sorry, I can explain.
You hear that?
Can I just...
The only way to have an argument. No debate. Jason only had to say the name Marty Wolf for Broseph to be on board. Marty sabotaged his potential acting career in like the worst way possible.
He takes my headshot, writes loser across my forehead, and then faxes it to every casting director in town.
So I can understand why he would want to join. We enter into phase 1, which is surveillance. But they just stalk him all day without getting caught. Like, not even once. That's amazing and unrealistic.
Now, who's handling that?
I am Jocelyn Davis, Senior VP of Publicity.
Sure you're not Senior VP of Twinkies?
Wow. Also, Also, Marty doesn't give my boy here one freaking day off to carry his daughter to a birthday party. Just in case you still didn't find it fair to get revenge on Marty. More like farty. Frick.
I ain't helping! Last one! Yeah!
Still don't know why I enjoy that. Now it's time for phase 2, the takedown. What does that mean? Well, they put a bunch of blue dye in his pool, so while he's swimming, they sneak into his house, put glue on his earpiece, and orange dye in his shampoo. And I just want to note that at no point he had any form of peripheral vision to see that his skin turned blue. Here, here, and here. Like, what? I'm seeing my hands right now. Oh my god! Yeah, he's a slow one. And Kaylee gives Marty's assistant the new address of the president of Hollywood. Well, he's something like that.
No, I mean, I'm literally, and I've got orange. Come on.
Seems like my boy is having a lot of fun in this role, actually. Turns out the address was the same birthday party Marty didn't let his effects guy go to. So, perfection, actually. And while that's going down, they rewire his car. And by rewire, I mean completely destroy it. Oh, they really did rewire it. Oh, that's complicated. What? Jason finally confronts Marty to let him know who's his daddy.
What?
I have no idea why I said it like that. But he tells him it can end if he just calls his dad. But we still have a lot of movie time left, so... Okay, so now he'd just do it for peace sake, right?
Wrong!
They told me to pick up a little blue car. They didn't say anything about a little blue man.
Oh. So now Marty is on edge with the new president because he missed 2 meetings already with him. But Marty isn't backing down one bit. And honestly, I'm impressed. No wonder he's one of the best.
It's Hollywood, baby.
So now it's time for phase 3. The twist. There's a party tonight and Marty claims to the president that he has an epic ending for the movie that he's been working on all day. Which is why he couldn't even make any of his meetings. So Prezi gives him one last chance to prove himself. But Marty is just having a panic attack because he actually doesn't know what to do. Surprise, surprise. So Jason shows up with an offer to help him. Which his assistant then realizes Jason did write Big Fat Liar. And Marty actually agrees out of desperation. I'm sure he's a completely trustworthy guy. He definitely proved it whole movie. He does start off by repeating Jason, but then just goes off on his own as he has his flow. So it's kinda Jason, kinda not.
Who among us hasn't told a little white lie?
I have. He manages to stir the crowd in quite an underwhelming way, to be honest. But it is enough to get approval for the movie. But if anything goes wrong, that's it for him. No pressure.
You ready to make that phone call?
Time to let my fingers do the walking.
I don't believe it.
I am standing here in my kitchen with Jason Shepard, and you better bring backup.
So now it's over. Marty's head of security is making it his personal mission to send them home. And while Jason calls his dad to let him know what they've been up to for the last few days. But Marty's assistant takes over and offers to help on how to get Marty to admit his lies. So phase 4 time. With a lot of help.
I just got one thing to say.
It's payback time. Oh. So Marty gets picked up by Frank, but the limo shuts down. To slow down Marty, of course. One of his actors were conveniently passing by and picks him up. I can't remember if this guy was in on it or not, but I can't see why he wouldn't be. Wow, Marty just jumps out the car in the middle of the desert. Just because my boy was speeding. What? So Marty calls his assistant to get him out of the desert. By any means necessary. And she sent a whole helicopter to pick him up. But guess who's flying it? This guy. The guy who couldn't carry his daughter to the party. So I need to see how this goes. Meanwhile, Frank picks up Jason's parents.
One of our blades is jammed. We're gonna have to do a forced evac.
Oh boy. I love how dedicated everyone is to getting back at Marty. You have to be a special kind of a-hole to bring this out from so many people.
Hey, Wolf.
How's it hanging, Shepard?
Ooh.
Give me back my monkey.
Oh no, not his monkey. Marty starts chasing Jason, only to get flooded out, but he still catches up to him and just does a full dive at a 14-year-old.
So, you admit you stole my story?
Yeah, I stole your story. Whoop-de-doodle-doo.
Well, he's caught.
Like never, ever, 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 infinity.
Why was that so funny? Uh-oh, they were sure to get it from all angles too, just to be certain. So Marty's career is officially over, like done. I don't think there's any recovering from this. Ooh, he has nothing to lose now, so maybe run. So now he's earned back his dad's trust.
Yay!
I'm sure he won't ever lie again. But they still move forward with the movie with the credit going to Jason. And Frank finally gets his big break. So that was nice. And that's the movie. Not bad, actually. A fun little ride is the best way to sum it up. I didn't love it, I didn't hate it, but I just enjoyed the chaos for what it was. Does that make sense? Everyone played their roles really well, but let's be real. Paul Giamatti was clearly having the time of his life. It was a nice nostalgic trip, so I'm glad I finally circled back to it. But damn, it's kinda wild how a pathological liar ended up landing a career in Hollywood from a situation this bizarre. But then again, maybe it really is the crazy ones who are just crazy enough to make it out there.
It's Hollywood, baby.
If you enjoyed this video, check out another one of mine right here. And let me know in the comments, what's the pettiest thing you've ever done out of revenge? I promise I won't judge much. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you next week. Peace!